Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. This is now the third part of our Embraer 145 tutorial. In part 1 we set up the FMC, set up the correct overhead panel, and then we pushed and departed in part 2. In part 3 we now gonna take the aircraft down to the runway and land at Lexington. I hope you enjoyed the video series. I would love some feedback down in the comments, and let's join in the cockpit. Okay, so we took place back in the cockpit. We fixed our route just with a direct. Now we're flying here to Warsaw, then we're flying right and then onto the runway. We planned runway 09, and 09 is still active for Lexington today, so everything is perfect. I looked up when we have to descend, and at exactly there we'll meet again. So let's meet at top of descent. See you guys. Okay, hello and welcome. Now we're descending to 280 to reach at Warsaw. We say speed. We want to keep speed 270. And you see the aircraft is starting descending. And I just helped the aircraft by going down with the throttle. So now you can watch the descent rate, and the descent rate is even that extreme as the climb rate. So I think something around here should be pretty good. So now you see, that's how we descend. That's what altitude we want to have. And here we see the altitudes. So we make a direct clack, direct clack, and direct executed. We descend now to 18,000. 18,000 here. Can zoom out a bit. Localizer is on. Vertical speed. Target speed. Target heading. Okay. Go to star edit. Just take a look. We're going to Klux, and then we have our fix. That's our misapproach procedure. It's inserted. So okay, we're a bit too fast. Cannot do so. Oh no, it was pretty okay. So that should be no factor. FG predicted landing weight is pending, which means the aircraft isn't quite sure. It's looking and it's calculating, and later on we can see our predicted landing weight here. Go to progress, flight plan, and can close the pop-up. Okay. We now descend, and we will do a iron after arrival. What you probably do in most cases, flying an ILS approach, you're gonna set up your frequency for the ILS. You can do it here at the nav panel or at the radio panel in the FMC. Then here you see some pre-selected frequencies, and you can go back flight plan. If you've done it, you just watch down your PFD, and you will see here and here the ILS as you know it from basically all of the other aircrafts. I just love the Embraer clouds. Even in low resolution, they're looking pretty good. And then you can fly a ILS approach as always. Okay. We're continue descending. We're descending with 1,500 feet. That's pretty good. Pretty normal descent rate. And I would say we meet again when we reached flag in 11 minutes. Okay, so we now started our descent onto Overman. Overman we should be at 3,000 feet, and Overman is the point where we get onto the runway. What I've done nothing. I let the autopilot fly down the runway, and the autopilot was doing its job. So, no, yes. So, you haven't missed out anything which is important for our flight. I just followed the route and set the altitudes from 18,000 down to 11,000 down to 3,000. So you missed out nothing, and you can just fly it yourself. So it's going to be interesting now, because we're come closer to the approach. I will set a speed of 190 knots. We're slowly catching it. And zoom in a bit. Turn on the landing light. Inspection light, and the dome light can go off. That's my fault. So it's 1 minute to Overman. From Overman we go to Djibouti, I think Djibouti it's pronounced, and then to Lexington. So on page 3, so the next page, we just have our go round. Sorry. Oh God, sorry. Okay, now it should fit. Okay. Perfect. Landing. We do flap 45, 126 knots. Thank you very much. And we can hide it. Okay, aircraft is turning again. Take a look down the forest. And search the airport, it's over there, and there is the runway. Oh, by the way, aircraft scenery and the Chicago Midway scenery are linked in the video description. Midway and the aircraft are pairware, the Lexington scenery is freeware. Okay, got the runway in sight. We just continue here, say flaps 9. We see those spoilers are now open. I opened them and we close it. Flaps are 9. I close the spoilers now. Wait for it. And nothing indicated closed. We set the next speed of 1 50. And then we can disengage the autopilot. You hear the double voice call out autopilot, autopilot. Then you know autopilot is now disengaged. So on the arm of arrival you see a glide slope but not a localizer. You can select the next flap step. Flaps 22 is set. You can trim down and say gear down, gear down. Now you see that's gear door opened. And gear down, 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 3 green. And then flaps 45. Flaps 45 is indicated, so we are ready to land. Landing lights on. So, landing lights on, checked. Okay, so now you can do some checks in your head. Gear down, spoilers closed, flaps 45, and if you're flying online, I always got the point, I don't know, Unicom advised or clear to land, something like that, just to remind you if everything is done. So we try to catch the glide slope. We try to fly just above 126 knots to catch it. The glide slope is below us.
Approaching 9.
There we got our reference speed. And approaching 9, that's checked. Just has to reset here, get a better position to land. Okay, now we're too high. I correct it just a little bit by then pulling the yoke. Minimums. Now continue.
100.
100.
50. 10.
Here the call out for 10. And reversers are deployed. Reverse green. Come on, stop. Stop on the runway, stop on the runway. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that was close. That was pretty close. Oh yeah, okay. Got the mistake. Thing is, on approach I thought we are way too fast. And you may saw it in the video. Thing is, we weren't too fast, we're just approaching the smaller runway. I personally haven't thought about which runway will be the correct runway. I just entered like the wind, but thinking about it for a second, and it wasn't a good idea. So the landing and then 145 normally can go pretty soft. So we take over here the position which is Bravo for Bravo. We line up south. Okay. Hello? I thought you will be a Sam Marshaller. Okay, no Sam Marshaller. It's probably because the aircraft it's making some problems sometimes with the SAM plugin. So we just look from the outside to stop correctly. Okay, that's good. So now you can turn off the transponder. It's on. Well, it's on standby. Now off. Then you can flip these to stop. Flip off the landing light. Start the APU. Yeah. Sometimes not going to start. Then you can. Oh, okay. That's looking good. Engines are still running. That will. Yeah, that will be the answer. Okay. So, flaps are up, park brake is set, 31,000. Just turn, that can last here. Stop the APU, turn the shield buses off, turn the backup pumps off. And okay, that's the last energy from the GPU. Can disconnect it, and the aircraft is dead. At this moment, I thought the first time we are way too fast. I expected it looked like something like that, but that was how it really was, and that's way too fast. But the runway is way too small. Okay, then I was so irritated, and I thought, what is going on? Yeah, then that happened, and I massively drove into the ground. And here you can see, got an educational progress here, the gear, how it's flipping back on landing, and that was mostly all of the impact. That's why the landing, even if it was pretty bad, wasn't that hard. Okay, and now I thought I never ever come to a stop. I will definitely overshoot the runway, and you can watch it from this perspective and you may know what I mean. So we touched down, I got into reverse, and I nearly was in the touchdown zone of the other runway coming from the other side, and I thought, oh no, that is going to go nowhere. And I just stepped into the brakes as hardly as I could, and it worked out, and I honestly was very surprised when I came to a stop, because I thought it's going to nowhere. Oh, the front gear is that. Oh no. And controller. Ah yeah, okay. So look, can you look on which runway you're approaching, and not only, oh, the wind is 010, sorry, the wind is 100 that way, yeah, runway 09, look pretty evident. Yeah, don't do it like this. Do not. Thank you very much. Have a great day. See you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.